Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're underway from Philadelphia. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And that's good for a gain of 5. Play made by Jacob Parrish.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Great. Set.
They go to Barkley again. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Hassan Reddick cleaning up that play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Let's go. Trim. Hey.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here.
Hey, Silver. Delta.
They'll go. Hurts. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. They come through massive gain there on 4th down. Give him 24 yards. And most importantly, that 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Hey, 73.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
They go play action. Here's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And dose of the hurry up here.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18.
On second down, here's Barkley. And his fight good enough to gain about 4. It's third down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 14.
All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. Next attacker, he's still going. His run, that's about 4, but he's still well shy of that marker. It's 4th down.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Rose Silver, ready? Tiger Hornet.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni saw that play clock running down as he hurries to get a timeout called. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Elliott connects there. And all the way into the second quarter, our opening drive ends in 3.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10.
180. Pistol. Rail. Kings. What's that?
Mayfield comes out throwing. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Irving here from the gun. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
Hurry! Alert! Point it right. Stop!
3rd and long for him here. Down the field, Evans has it. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
1st down, here's Baker. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Regular. Stop.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mayfield now from the gun. Buying some time right. Cut for big yards on the right side. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. Mike Evans with a touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Go crowd left Yeti. Oh, hey, easy. 63. Trimmer.
It's now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
Crowd left Yeti.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Crowd left Yeti. 63. Yeti. Delta.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. They get 35 out of that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Miami. Hey, easy. 63. Bad.
Hurts on 1st down. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
It's a design look for Hurts. It's on the turf. Ball's out. He lost it. And the Buccaneers scoop it up. And this is a tough one. Met back at his own 2-yard line for the loss.
Those defenders see the QB keep the ball, Kate. They're hoping they can get a hit on him before he gives himself up. He got there in time, took full advantage, even hitting him hard enough to jar that ball loose.
180.
Mayfield from his end zone. Finds him on the crossing route. And the stop will be made as he gets this up to about the 18. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. Pushing it up past the 30. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. From the gun, Mayfield. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's another Buccaneers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. The kick by McLaughlin is good. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. What a poor effort there. The kick goes out of bounds. Excellent field position coming up at the 40. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10.
Run. Good. 180. Real. Up.
They fake the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. That's incomplete left side. Tried to find Mike Evans with that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for 2nd and 10.
Hurry. 180.
Throwing again is Baker. That's Evans making the catch outright. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
Let's go.
Looking quickly here.
A gain of 8 yards.
Red alert.
It's 3rd down.
What's that?
On 3rd and 2, here's Mayfield. That's complete downfield to Godwin. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Barkley trying this up the gut. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Stopped that time by Jamel Dean.
Jamel Dean on the tackle. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Great.
Third and long. They're going to throw. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Working quickly here.
22 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Tried connected with Brown, but it's intercepted. as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They strike for 23 yards. And the Bucs have the first. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Baker now. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers parlay the interception into points.
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
I know you got a mixture looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers stretch their lead to 21. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's another carry for Barkley. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
He loses the football, but it looked like an eagle flew in and was first to the ball. They're going to maintain possession.
Whitfield on the tackle. The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Eagles football, and they're going to look for points here, but it might be too little too late for them in this lopsided game. They dodge the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He put everything he had into this one, and this is intercepted. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and a lengthy return.
This is such the back-and-forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, boy, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. Got to protect the football.
Now a hit, Mayfield loses the ball. And they scoop it up, time to push for the line. And from where that fumble came, Brock, zero chance they were going to turn a profit on that play, right? But at least they did get it back. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Tried getting it to Emeka Egbuka. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Pressure coming. Baker. Hits his running back. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Mayfield throwing on 4th. Got a man. This is Evans. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So they go for it on 4th, partner, and they get it in a big way, 25 yards.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. And he's going to have the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Return coming from the 6.